This week, the Soul Collectors have an anniversary, the Spikes Blackout, and I think I'm about to glow in the dark. I am your host, Jacques Slade, and this is the weekly sneaker review.
My kick's on fire.
The house that Kobe built, aka the Nike Vault at Staples Center, turned the ripe old age of one a few weeks ago, and to celebrate, they put together a Kobe 6 anniversary pack. Now, the pack included a pair of black, white, and gold Kobe 6 limited edition sneakers, a AW77 hoodie that had the Nike Vault emblem on the chest, and it included a black safety deposit box. There were only 24 pairs of the limited edition sneakers released, and they released on September 15th and went for about $424. So that's the Nike Vault Anniversary Kobe 6 Anniversary Pack that released on September 15th. Let's move on to number 4. All black everything is the creed of the streets, and Nike is helping you complete that outfit with the new Nike SB Dunk Low in all black. The model features a completely black upper that's lathered in some beautiful suede. Now, complete with black laces and a black outsole, the model is set to hit Nike SB retailers in November. That's the Nike SB Dunk Low Blackout. Amongst all of the Nike Mag 2011 coverage from last week, which actually, quick side note, the shoes raised $5.6 million, which is going to be matched by Sergey Brin from Google, making it $11.2 million for Parkinson's research. So shout out to you guys if you did bid or if you were able to snag a pair. But back to what I was talking about before. Tiffany Beers, a designer at Nike, was spotted at the Nike Mag event on Friday rocking a pair of glow-in-the-dark Air Yeezys. Yes, glow-in-the-dark. Definitely hot shoes. Shout out to the folks at Modern Notoriety because they're the ones that snapped the pic of these. But here they are in all of their glowing glory. Of course, these are just a sample or a very limited run edition of the shoe, so don't expect to see them outside of a Nike employee, Kanye, or the Nike campus, but they definitely did put a smile on our faces. Let's move on to number 2. New York Knicks fans are getting lots of love this basketball season, or hopefully basketball season, as a New York Knicks colorway of the Jordan Spizike has popped up. Now, for those of you that follow the site, these aren't exactly a new colorway, because if you're a basketball fan, you would have seen Spike Lee rocking these during last season's playoffs. They come in blue and they come in orange, and we did notice a little difference between the ones Spike was wearing and the most recent pictures. The most recent pictures have a graphic print on the liner that Spike's did not have. As of right now, there is no release date, but we're sure that these will be dropping at some time during this year. That's the Jordan Spizike New York Knicks home and away. Now, what do you think is number 1? The Nike Air Penny holds a special place in my heart, so when I saw these Nike Air Penny Soul Collectors, I teared up a little bit. Just being honest. 1, because they look so nice. I love the mix of the Varsity Royal and the white and the black. And 2 is because they're only going to be able to be released in Vegas, which is a place I'm not going to be when they release on Saturday, which makes me angry and upset. But it's happened before that shoes released somewhere in the country that I'm not going to be that weekend and I don't end up getting a pair. But anyway, so that's our number 1 sneaker. It's the Nike Soul Collector Air Penny. Definitely looks nice, Varsity Royal white and black. So if there's someone at Soul Collector watching, I want a pair. Put me in touch with somebody. Let's make it happen, hopefully. Anyway, let's move on to my personal picks. For my personal picks, again, these are 3 sneakers that I thought could have made it into the top 10, the top 5, but didn't actually make it into the top 5. And the first one is the Air Jordan 13 PE for Quentin Richardson for the Orlando Magics. You just can't deny how dope this blue and white looks over these Air Jordan 13s. I'm actually a little jealous, and this makes me want to become an Orlando Magic fan, but I never will because I'm a Laker fan. But that's neither here or there. Number 2 is the Air Jordan 2012 hybrid model. Now this model mixes up a bunch of Jordans. It's like the 3, the 5, I think the 6, and the 20, So it mixes a bunch of them. It should be dropping in 2012 at some point. We only got a preview of it here, but we'll see more of it pretty soon. And finally, the MITA times the PUMA Suede mid. I have been really checking for Pumas ever since I got my Clydes, so I'm definitely checking out these, and I love the colorway on these. So that is my personal picks, and now let's move on to the question of the video. Welcome to the question of the video portion of this video. For the video, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, check this out. Last week I asked you guys if you actually played in your Air Jordan sneakers. Now, while there was a lot of different responses, but the overwhelming feeling was that you don't play in your Air Jordans, but you do play in Jordan brand sneakers. But despite that, I want to read a few responses from you guys, some great responses. Here was a response from Matthew Garska. I hope I'm saying that right. Matthew Garska. I ball in my 8s. The extra padding on the inside makes them very comfortable, while the straps gives me the much more support and make the shoes fit very snug. I don't know how much more someone could ask for. So Matthew actually said he plays in his Air Jordans, but it's only the Air Jordan 8s. It just feels like they were definitely made for basketball, but I guess the whole Air Jordan 1 through 23 was made for playing for basketball. The next one is from Hunter Reddick, and Hunter says, I ball only in J's. Once they start to get old, I move them over to my street ball or gym ball collections. Number 6 and 20s are outside, and my 60 pluses are my gym J's. Ha ha ha. I guess that's a laugh. I need to at least look good while I suck on the court. So Hunter says as soon as they kind of start getting worn down, he rocks those in the gym. So that's also something else that a lot of you guys said, that you don't play in your Air Jordans at first, but once they kind of become beaters, then you actually play in them. Now here's a few from YouTube. This one is from Run on Waves. I don't really ball in Air Jordan Retros, possibly something outside of the Jordan Retros such as the Jordan Phase or Flights, but other than that, I would wear them casually until they get beat, then playing them again. Don't really wear them at first, but once they start to become beaters, then you rock them. And here's one finally from ABC Dog, who says, never balled in Jordans. The new Nike technology is better. And that was another sentiment I've read in your comments, that you guys feel like Jordans, they're cool, they look great, but the new Nike technology, like the Hyper Dunks, the Hyper Flight, the Hyper Fuse, those sorts of things, that those are better to ball in. They're lighter and they're better to ball in. So that was definitely interesting perspective. And probably the funniest, I know I usually do 4 comments, but I found this one really funny. It was from JFather23. He says, me wear J's on the court? Hell no, laugh out loud. I prefer using my mom's Easy Tone Skechers before I use my J's. And I think a lot of people would actually agree with you, JFather23. Well, that does it for the question of the video for this week. The question of the video is, what do you look for in a basketball sneaker? In a couple of weeks, I'll be going up to do some work on some basketball shoes, and I want to know what it is you look for in a basketball shoe. So let me know in the comments what it is you look for in a basketball shoe. And also, I would love if you guys would leave me some questions you want me to ask. And it's not always about what I want to know. I want to know what you guys want to know, what you guys want to know from your peers. So in addition to answering the question of the video, leave me a separate comment with a question you want asked in the video. And I'll feature one of your questions next week. So let me know. As always, that is the end of the weekly sneaker review. If you missed last week, you know the video is right there. If Facebook and Twitter is your thing, that information is down in the description. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to click the button up there to subscribe. That way we let you know every time a new video is posted, and it helps us out here at Kicks on Fire. As always, I am your host, Jacques Slade. This is the weekly sneaker review, and I will see you next week. Peace. Switch with the material blocking and uses elephant print for the majority of the upper, restricting tumbled leather to the toe and to the heel. The shoe is primarily black, however, there are some gray hits on the outsole and on the branding. As of right now, that's really all the information.